And at guard for the Bulldogs, wearing number 32, a 6-foot senior, Brent Heitland. Head coach for the Indians is Jim Ecoff. And the head coach for the Bulldogs is Dave Rosanke. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce the officials for tonight's game. The referee is Craig Snyder from Osage. The umpire, Gary Christensen of Mason City. And the bench official is Robert Oldus of Iowa City. And now, please join me in standing to honor our country as the color guard of Des Moines East High School, directed by Casey Russell, presents our colors. On the playing floor, Becky Morgan Arnold to sign, and the bass clef chorus from West Des Moines Valley High, under the direction of John Ector, to sing our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Western Christian is 23-1. Their only loss to a 4A state tournament team, Sioux City West, 75-57. Their road to state looks this way. A lopsided victory in the quarterfinals here in the state tournament, Jim, but the other two have been a little more tight.
Yeah, you always have one of those early on, and now you want the games to be closer so you can win the close ones and have confidence you can do that.
Algona has also lost only one time, that to Iowa Falls, but then they came back to beat them in the sub-state.
Yeah, Iowa Falls was their nemesis this year, and they got them in the tournament, and I think that's what's giving them the momentum to come on here and continue to win and feel like they can win this game here.
Statistically, the way they compare, one of the interesting things is that Hull Western Christian, the team with great scoring ability.
Well, they not only do they score well, they shoot well, but both teams shoot extremely well. The big difference I see is the rebounding factor, which Hull Western Christian is averaging 40 rebounds a game.
Ostra to jump center for Hull Western Christian against Nate Gage. Ostra is 2 inches taller, and basically you look at the starting lineups, except at the point, Hull Western Christian is 2 inches taller at every starting position.
That's right. You look out there, and everybody next to the other guy in white is taller than that guy. So we'll see if the rebounding is a factor or if Algona can continue to shoot the ball the way they have done, and which negates that rebounding and height advantage.
And we will do the jump all over as both Van Essen and Teeter chased it out of bounds and knocked it out simultaneously. So once again, Ostra and Gage jump to get the 3A championship game underway. And with the height advantage, Ostra controls the tap and gets it right back on the baseline, takes it right to the hole, and a foul is called on Nate Gage.
Well, as a coach, you don't want to see your big guy get a foul 15 seconds into the game because he's going to have his hands full guarding number 44 out there, I can assure you that.
So Jason Teeter, the leading scorer for Algona, picks up a foul here in the first 11 seconds of the ball game, sending Randy Ostra to the free throw line. Ostra really has had an outstanding year, averages 10 points, almost 10 rebounds, and as we mentioned, a shot blocker extraordinaire.
You know, Larry, rebounds is a factor no matter what the competition you play against. Sometimes points can be deceiving, but when you average 10 rebounds a game, that's a load.
Over the timeline comes point guard McCain Rasanke. He is the son of Dave Rasanke, the head coach for the Algona Bulldogs. From the perimeter, Ben Renshaw on the miss, but the tip-in is right there. Nice right-handed tip by Jason Teeter to tie it at 2.
Offensive rebound, that's the easiest way to get a basket. You can't make every shot.
Off the baseline, it's pumped home by Mulder. He is the leading scorer for the Indians at 16.2 per outing. Open is Gage. And the rebound is taken down by Matt Van Essen.
You wonder there, was he worried about the possible block shot because he missed everything on that shot? He might have been worried about a big guy coming after him and blocking the ball.
Ostra puts it off the glass too hard, but a third crack at it for the Indians. Well, they're a great rebounding ball club, but here comes the steal by McCain Rasanke, and that ties it at 4. Rasanke, a 5'10", 160-pound junior point guard with a big swipe. Ostra has it deflected, knocked down again by Rasanke. He's made 2 big defensive plays. Well, we talked earlier about size versus quickness. We've seen a little bit of both so far.
Exactly, and boy, steals and points off of turnovers are such big factors in games, and so far that's been a factor in this game just with 2 minutes gone in the game.
Teeter to Renshaw. Renshaw off the baseline to room it home. And make it Teeter on the bucket, and he's got 4 already of the 6 points for Algona. It's a 6-4 lead for the Bulldogs. Indians like to spread the floor, don't they?
Yeah, they have a nice offense. Again, we've seen a lot of good offenses in this tournament with good ball movement and unselfish play.
All rights to the 1996 Iowa Boys State High School Basketball Tournament have been awarded by the Iowa High School Athletic Association to River City Broadcasting LP Des Moines. No rebroadcast, videotape presentation, or other use of the telecast is permitted without the express written consent of River City Broadcasting. 5:53 left in the opening quarter. Inbounding it, Michael Ribbons. Off the perimeter, Van Essen on the miss. The rebound by Jason Teeter. He's looking for Rasanke. Does a nice job running it down. McCain Rasanke on the dribble. Algona with a 9-game winning streak since that regular season loss to Iowa Falls.
Both teams are good offensive teams. Algona averages almost 70 points a game, and Full Western Christian 76. So you're going to see it up and down. Oh, nice pass inside there. Got a little shove.
And the foul being called inside on Matt Van Essen. That's the first foul called against Hull Western Christian. 2 have been called early against Algona. Bulldogs with the basketball. They lead by 2. It's Teeter on the baseline, not getting the bounce.
Twice now he's taken the ball out of bounds on an out-of-bounds play and then sneaks back in bounds to get the return pass for the shot.
And there's the 3rd steal by Rasanke. Boy, he's been active early.
Outstanding defense. And they converted. It's so important to convert a turnover. Gives you momentum. And it kind of breaks the other team down a little bit, too.
At least 3 of their 4 baskets have come off turnovers.
Last year at this time, it was Johnson in the state championship game creating those turnovers. Now Algona presents that same type of little 1-2-2 and trap and steal the ball.
It's Ribbons for 3. He's a 45% three-point shooter.
But that was a 4-point shot. That was one step farther than a 3-point shot.
A long way out there for the 5'10 junior guard. Inside contact. And with the foul, Matt Van Essen, that is his second foul.
Well, they certainly don't want him in foul trouble.
Get another look at Michael Ribbons on the offensive end from, as you said, way beyond the arc.
That's tough for a zone to cover because you make a shift and the guy's 2 steps farther out than where he was before.
Couple of double pumps and a basket by Nate Gage, who has 2 quick baskets. He's an all-conference football player.
Nice job by Gage. He had 2 good pump fakes and got the shot blocker up in the air that time and then was able to make the basket.
Adam Van Meteren handling the basketball. Now again it goes inside to Mulder. And a travel is called on Nathan Mulder. So 4 early turnovers against Western Christian.
Last night we had turnovers in the second half. The team had 10 turnovers the first half and 1 the second half. So sometimes it's early game jitters here.
From the 3-point land, the shot no good by Heitman. And here come the Indians on the attack, down by 3. Good effort and a save, and another turnover by the Indians. They've turned it over 5 times already. Ray Morgan with Jim Hallahan, Veterans Auditorium in Des Moines. This is the 3A championship game.
They got 7 points and 5 turnovers. That's not the double-doubles you like to talk about right there.
Not at all. Renshaw with the shot. Renshaw gets his own rebound. Now a jump ball called, and the alternating possession arrow will put it to the Indians of Western Christian.
Both teams are playing so hard right now. They're so excited, adrenaline's flowing, that there are some mistakes made. But you'll see both teams will show us how they got here when they settle down.
And with 3:27 to go in the first, there's a timeout on the floor now. Here's a word from your local station.
Timeout, man.
You know that Chevy Blazer you've always wanted? Well, the factory in Ohio just put hundreds of 96 Blazers onto cargo trains headed for Iowa, along with a special lease rate, just $2.99 a month for 30 months. So not only do you get a great price, you get an awesome selection. Every option and color to choose from. Plus, Chevy trucks are the most dependable, longest-lasting trucks on the road. One of these Blazers has your name on it at your 50 Central Iowa Chevy dealers.
Guess what? When you buy Frontier Grass Herbicide and Banville, you'll get cash back on both. Or buy Frontier and Clarity, cash back on both. Or buy Frontier and Marksman, you guessed it. It's called Cash Partners from Sandoz. Just buy Frontier and get $12 back when it's paired with Banville or Clarity, $2.50 with Marksman. That makes our Cash Partners rewards even bigger than before. Superior performance and more cash back. Why you'd pass up this deal is anyone's guess.
Turnovers have hurt Hull Western Christian early, and yet, Jim, they only trail by 3 despite 5 turnovers in the first 4 minutes.
Well, that's what he just told his guys. Hey, look, we've turned the ball over 5 times here, but we're fine. We're only down 3 points. Let's settle down, take care of the ball.
And, of course, the points off the turnovers, a factor thus far.
That's the other thing you tell your team. We're playing good defense. Just don't give them the ball. Don't give them easy baskets.
For 34, Andy Van Meteren. Changing the lineup. Troy Tenaple has come in for Hull Western Christian. He's replaced Van Essen, who has 2 early fouls. Ostra with the miss, the offensive rebound, and the ball put right back through. Good aggressive baseline move by Nathan Mulder.
Much better patience on offense that time, which also created an offensive rebound possibility.
Rasanki trying to work the offense for the Algona Bulldogs. Open is Renshaw. He's gotten some looks, didn't get that one to go down.
Good job by Teeter getting that ball outside. He got in the middle, and there was just too many people around him, and he didn't force the shot up.
Pass from Rasanki, wide for Gage. The turnover gives it to Hull Western Christian. They led 2-0. They have not led since, but they got a chance to regain the lead on this possession.
A little more patience now, and people are surprised. Sometimes you make 8 or 9 passes, you can score more points than you make 2 or 3 because you take better shots. Hard to convince kids of that sometimes, but you break the defense down and you get the easier shot.
In the corner, it's Rubens. It's Troy Tenaple. He averages about 5.5 a game. Has done some starting this year for the Indians. In deep, nice look. Ribbons got the ball inside to Van Meteren. Fine pass for the point guard.
Excellent pass. Penetration, ball reversal, breaks down the zone a little bit. He's able to get inside, and makes a nice feed here. Really a nice feed. Good ball fake. I don't know how you got that shot off, Larry.
I don't either. I don't know how you got the pass in there to him in the first place.
That's why they're out there and we're up here, I guess.
And now an opportunity to three-point play for Andy Van Meteren. Trying to save the rebound was Ostra. Couldn't hang on, and so the ball goes over to Algona. As you look at Jim Ekoff on the Indians bench, he's from the Algona area, grew up in Kanawha. Longtime coach, though, of Hull Western Christian. Still has some relatives in the Algona area, though.
Tell you what, there's a lot of fans from both teams here. You look up in the stands, up in section 6, there's people in the top row up there.
Oh, yeah.
Great crowd tonight.
There really is. Heitman on the miss. And again, this is a Indian ball club that rebounds very well. So second shot opportunities for Algona are going to be very important if they're to come up with this championship tonight. You look at 2 games in this tournament. Hull Western Christian has out-rebounded New Hampton 55-34 and Creston 44-31. So with their size, they get after you.
That is unbelievable differential in rebounds. But you've seen it all year long when they average 40 rebounds a game. That's a credit to their defense.
Rasanki has his 4th steal. Great anticipation by Rasanki. Teeter nails it. The all-time leading scorer for Algona has 6 here in the first period of the championship game, and he gives his team a 1-point lead. On the breakaway, Renshaw.
Would you think those guys are defensive backs the way they're stealing and intercepting those passes?
Boy, they'd have to be, wouldn't they?
Gee whiz. They're so active in that zone. They're getting their hands on the ball and coming up with the loose balls. Here's a great drive, and yet if he does miss it, Teeter's right there for the follow-up if that ball comes out. And that's important for kids to know. You got to never think a ball's going in the hole. Follow it up, and if it's missed, put it in the hole.
And the coach's son, McCain Rasanki, has 5 steals here in this first quarter.
Well, last night I mentioned someone had 5 3-pointers. Is that a record? And then the record was 11. But how many steals can be a record in a state championship game?
Boy, I don't know. Neil Brenneman puts it to the floor, goes to the hole, gets fouled, the bucket will count.
5 steals in 1 quarter. That's got to be a record in a championship game.
It really does.
We got our record guy looking it up over there.
Yeah, I'm not sure they keep him in that greater detail, but we will find out. Ben Renshaw with his 2nd foul. Neil Brenneman to the line, looking for his 3rd point. And he has tied it up at 14. A 3-point play by the senior Brenneman off the bench ties it at 14.
Oh, nice steal on the defense. Good full court pressure.
Ribbons comes up with it. And the foul will be called against Nate Gage. Nate said, I thought I had my position established. He tripped on me, but Gage gets the foul, his 1st.
You know, the steal, there are so many times people think that steal has to occur on the first pass of a full court press. Usually it's the 2nd or 3rd one about in the middle of the floor when there's some confusion on who to throw the ball to, and that's exactly what happened in that turnover.
Van Essen with 2 fouls comes back. Eric Haveman checks out. Ribbons inbound with 27 seconds to go in the first period.
Almost a travel on the out-of-bounds play.
And remember, he cannot run because the basket had not been made.
I think it's very important that Algona stays really aggressive in their defense, because when they don't get a steal, they seem to have a difficult time stopping them from scoring.
Rasanki going for his 6th steal of the period, almost got it. Open is Moss, Eric Moss, outstanding sophomore. The follow occurs after the buzzer. And so it's a tie ball game at the end of 1 period. That's the end of the first quarter. The score is even at 14. We'll be back at Veterans Auditorium in just a moment.
What if I burn myself? What if the pole breaks?
What if this guy throws a left when I'm expecting a right?
What if I hit my head on the backboard?
What if something happens to my little girl?
What if there were a healthcare organization that covered the U.S. Olympic team, so the only thing our athletes would have to worry about is pursuing their dreams?
What if I fall off the platform?
What if you didn't have to worry about healthcare? Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Iowa.
I thought I could stop gambling any time, but I was wrong. My wife Kay stuck with me through the worst of it. and our kids, well, I broke lots of promises. And then Kay called 1-800-BETS-OFF. And to save our marriage, I went. And I did stop gambling. But I needed help to do it. Thank God Kay cared enough to make that phone call. If you love someone who can't help themselves, you help them. You're the best chance they've got. Call 1-800-BETS-OFF.
It's time to check out the excitement on the floor with Fairway's Fan in the Stand, brought to you by Fairway, Iowa's most economical food store. Let's go to John Campbell in the stands.
Thank you, Larry. Well, this fan on the stand was playing on this floor just 5 years ago for Hull Western Christian. It's Kurt Hoffman. He still holds the tournament record, 56 points in one game. What game was that, and how'd you feel that night?
Well, it was the first round of the 91 tournament, and it was against Clarinda, and all I can say about it was a game of a lifetime that I'll never forget, and it was a lot of fun.
Looks like a good matchup tonight.
Yeah, if Western takes care of the ball, they'll be all right, and Algona plays tough D, so they'll have their hands full tonight.
Okay, Kurt Hoffman, back to you, Larry.
You know what? I saw that game, Jim, and I will never forget it also. What an awesome exhibition by Kurt Hoffman that day.
56 points in one game. That's what I scored my senior year in college.
He was incredible. A 14-14 tie as the second period begins. Nathan Mulder looks underneath, and now the ball's kicked to Ostra. Crashes to the baseline and is fouled. And the foul coming up on Nate Gage, and it'll be his second foul.
Good thing about Algona, they're playing a zone, but they're really moving around a lot in it and trying to get in some passing lanes so the team is not so comfortable in their zone offense. And that's what's created a lot of those turnovers, just that indecision about where to pass the ball to who to pass it to.
16 fouls now against Algona, just 2 against Western Christian as Ostra sinks the free throw. We mentioned that he had the all-time shot blocking record. Didn't get a chance to mention earlier his brother John held the record before he did. And that's one of the great things about Hull Western Christian is their tradition. 3 players who play for them now, their brothers have been all-staters who played in the state tournament. A couple of them have uncles who played here at state.
I'll tell you what, that's what established tradition, because those older brothers will come, look, we did it. You got to do it now.
Teeter's basket will count, and he will go to the free throw line. And brother Jason Teeter, Dale's son, living up to his advanced billing. He's the leading scorer with 8 points.
And how'd that ball get through against that zone? That was a great pass from the outside, and Teeter sneaks around inside there and finds a hole in the zone.
1 minute. Do it right on the board.
2 angles. I'm still not sure how it got there.
Great shot, though. Great catch.
9 for Jason Teeter. He averages 21 a ball game, and he needs to have a big night for Algona. Algona with a 1-point lead. Ostra kicks it out to Van Essen. Ribbons harassed by Rasanki, who had 5 steals in the first period.
Rasanki's all over the floor. He's playing 3 different positions in that zone, and there's another turnover. That's the 8th turnover, and Rasanki's been involved in just about all of them with his quickness on defense. Doing a super job.
7 minutes to go in the first half. Algona with the basketball and a 1-point lead as McCain Rasanki brings it up. Teeter beyond 3-point line, and he is red hot. Now it's 12 for Jason Teeter.
We have seen some great offensive performances so far, and we're seeing another one tonight with Jason Teeter.
His dad, Dale, we mentioned, who had been the career record holder, played on Drake in that Final Four team that they had.
Well, I'm sure he's proud of his son and the things he's done. Plus, I'm sure he's proud of the things he does, like rebound the ball and play defense, and as a team player, too. You don't just get here with a high score. You get here with great team play.
That all Final Four team that everybody always talks about, that all-time great team back in 1969 for the Drake Bulldogs.
Almost beat UCLA, I believe, lost by 2.
You got it. Mulder hits the shot, his 3rd bucket, and it's a 2-point Algona lead. 6:12 left in the first half.
Both teams primarily playing zone defense, so it'll be interesting to see if they can stay in the zone with the scoring the way it's going, or if they're going to come out and play some man-to-man.
Gage misses right in the middle of that zone. Mulder pulls down the rebound. Looking over the zone is Van Essen. Nice feed inside. The shot missed by Mulder.
Mulder snuck in behind the low post, and one defender couldn't cover both guys and had a chance for an easy basket there and ended up missing the shot.
Watch Teeter trying to get free on the baseline. He does. Now Heitman with it. Heitman off the pick by Gage. Tried once again to find Teeter, and that time the pass a bit low and out of bounds.
Right, those big guys in there for Whole Western Christian making it a little tough to make a bounce pass between three guys. Plus, that's another reason they rebound so well. Those three guys are always around the basket, Larry. They're not getting too far from that basket in that zone defense.
Rasanke gets his first blow. Pat Williams, number 10, comes on to take his place. And by the way, the 5th turnover against the Bulldogs. Algona with a 2-point lead is Western Christian on the attack. The 3-point try by the freshman, Sean DeStichter. And the freshman comes in and makes a big play to put his team into the lead. He's the first freshman ever to get a varsity uniform at Hull Western Christian.
Boy, that's amazing. Come in there and hit a shot like that as a freshman. I have to tell you a story later about my first appearance as a sophomore in the varsity and what I did.
Yeah, I'd like to hear about it.
It wasn't that. It wasn't make a basket.
The miss by Gage, and again, one and done for Algona.
Yeah, that's what a zone will do for you. If you can keep him from making the outside shot, then you're going to get a lot of rebounds.
Skip pass to Mulder over the zone. Now skip right back to the other side. Ostra takes it to the hole.
Nice penetration, good body control. Slipped in between the two defenders and made the basket.
6-point, but the first basket for Randy Ostra. Almost a steal by Mulder, and it is, as it goes off of the Algona Bulldogs. Rasanke, very brief rest. He's right back in at the point for Algona, replacing Pat Williams.
I think they need his 5 steals again this quarter, too. That's a key to them, is to be able to disrupt Whole Western Christian, because they're kind of a machine out there once they get rolling.
Neil Brenneman comes in to play the post for the Indians, replacing Nathan Mulder. Sean DeStichter, number 23, the freshman guard on the attack. 30 is Van Essen. There's Ostra to the lane to score.
Another strong move by the big guy. High percentage shot. Got into the paint.
And it's now a 9-point run for Hull Western Christian. They trailed 20-16. They now lead 25-20. And the string ends right there with a 3 off the hands of Brent Heitman. His first points of the game. Foul called against Van Essen, his 3rd.
He cherry-picked on that one. As soon as the ball went through the hole, he was already at half court, and they just about got an easy basket for him. Good hustle back by Algona.
The Western Christian blessed with depth. They're going to need to use it, though, because Van Essen has his 3rd foul. As far as the team foul, 6 against Algona. That was the 4th against the Indians. Bulldogs on the attack. Inside it goes to Renshaw. This is Rasanke. Now Heitman. And the takeaway by DeStichter.
Yeah, he turned around and saw Ostra right there and didn't really want to try to force a shot and tried to pivot again and lost control of the ball.
Ostra had hit 2 in a row prior to that miss. Western Christian with the ball. The steal by McCain Rasanke. And a tumble taken over the bench by Ben Renshaw. He went into that bench full steam, but he's okay. 2 minutes, 57 seconds left to play in the 2nd quarter. And there's a timeout on the floor. Now, here's a word from your local station.
Imagine broadleaf control tougher than anything your farm has ever seen. With multiple modes of action and a price you can live with. It's out. Tougher, more economical broadleaf control. Introducing new Scorpion 3 herbicide for corn. This spring, put the sting on broadleaves. New Scorpion 3. Let it loose.
Mouth-watering offer from Subway. Buy a 6-inch Subway seafood and crab sub and get a second absolutely free. That's 2 6-inch Subway seafood and crab subs for the price of 1. You can't afford to let them pass.
Western Christian, bidding for their third state championship, has a 25-23 lead over Algona. We take a look at our Norwest key stats. Both teams are shooting well, but the difference, I think, is the ability of the Indians to rebound.
There it is again. That 40 rebounds just jumped out at me when I saw those stats. They have 11 already. They're on their way to a 40 rebound game again.
Eric Haveman, number 15, comes in for the Indians at the timeout. There is Sean DeSticker, number 23, handling the basketball. He is the freshman. Also in there, Ostra, and up front, it's Van Meeteren, number 34. And also in there is Neil Brenneman, number 55.
You can see how Algona extends her zone out and gets into the passing lanes a little bit. It makes it a little more difficult to reverse the ball quickly and gives your teammates a chance to come out and cover the shooters.
DeSticker rebounds his own miss. Van Meeteren turns and misses, tips and misses, and a foul spotted, and it's going to go on Brenneman.
Ooh, I thought that was on Van Meeteren again there for a minute.
Brenneman with his first, 2:12 left in this first half. And Algona an opportunity to tie it with a 2 and take the lead with a 3. Brenneman to the bench. Nathan Mulder comes back in for Hull Western Christian. So does the starting point guard Michael Ribbons.
Hull Western Christian coming out in their zone, forcing them out a little farther, but there's Teeter in the corner, had a really good look at a three-pointer and rolled in and out.
He's a fine offensive player. Ostra on the rebound. We're into the final 2 minutes of the second period. And it's out of bounds off of Ribbons. The ball goes back to Algona, and once again the Bulldogs have a chance to tie it or take the lead.
And guess who created that turnover?
McCain Rasanke has had an incredible defensive first half.
That's number 8 in steals by him alone.
That is amazing.
And playing his own defense.
How does he get it? Is it anticipation or is it quickness?
Anticipation, quickness, and playing the passing lanes. Making a lane look like it's open and then taking it away.
Mulder on the baseline had a size disadvantage there. Had a size advantage, I should say, of a couple of inches. Couldn't take advantage of it. Now taking it the hole for Algona to tie the score. McCain Rasanke. Yes, it was, and it ties it at 25.
Key to that was he got under control, then turned the speed on again, and was able to make a great shot.
Now the Indians spread it with a minute to play in the second period.
See how Rasanke jumped out in that passing lane, took away that one reversal, forces the ball to be thrown and kicked off his leg a little bit. Just try to keep the other team off guard with that zone. They're certainly not packing it in there.
Ostra fires. And a push is spotted on the rebound scrap.
1-1.
Chimikov on the bench for Hull Western Christian as we get another look at it.
Actually, a pretty good block out by both players, back to back, and one gets caught.
We're 5-on-5, 1-1. Serve.
And with 43 seconds left to go in the period, Nick Madsen will come into the ball game. Taking his seat on the bench is Nate Gage after picking up the foul.
I don't want him to get 3 with 43 seconds to go. They can hold the ball for one shot, and you don't want to get a silly foul on one of your better players.
Then Meeteren on the miss. Ostra pulls down the offensive rebound. And now the Indians have a chance to hold for the last shot if they choose to do so, as we're down to 35 seconds. Game tied up at 25. Here's Ostra. And Algona tries to take the lead. They've got plenty of time. Teeter is fouled as he tries to drive.
18-7 on the rebounds right now in favor of Hull Western Christian.
And you would ask, well, then why don't they have a bigger lead? Well, turnover is one of the reasons.
Take 8 turnovers away.
That makes a big difference. So Jason Teeter, who is a 72% free throw shooter, goes to the line. It's a 13-point first half for Jason Teeter. And foul, by the way, on Ribbons, his first. Teeter drains them both to make it 27-25. And of Algona's 27 points, 17 have come off turnovers.
Wow.
Mulder, the leading scorer on the season for the Indians, checks back in for what is likely their final possession of the half.
Tell you what, Algona's not going to let them just hold on to the ball. They're going to try to get another steal here, a deflection if they can.
The Stickler kicks it back outside to Ribbons. Algona will take the lead to the locker room. That's the end of the first half with the score. Algona 27 and Hall Western Christian 25. We'll be back after this word from your local station.
I deserve a ride on a Polaris watercraft. 25 reasons. Number 1, I am a people person. Number 2, very clean ears. My toe jam collection. Isn't it beautiful? Women find me attractive. And number 25, children are our future.
Get 2 life vests free when you buy before March 31st.
What excites you? Wow, this new Pontiac Sunfire will, priced at just $13,254 and loaded with all this. Or you could pay thousands more for an import. But that's not exciting. So, now that you're excited, drive the excitement. Pontiac Sunfire. See your Golden Circle Pontiac dealer.
Spring, 93. Normal rainfall. Frontier outperforms Dual 2. 94. Dry. Frontier outperforms Dual 2. 95. Wet. Frontier outperforms Dual 2. Frontier's chemistry activates with less moisture and stays in the weed zone better when it's wet. For safe, season-long grass control. Wet, dry, or average. If you've been using Dual 2, you can do better. Frontier.
It's 3A championship game, and it's halftime with Algona leading Hull Western Christian 27-25. Let's go courtside now to Mo Kelly.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we have some special presentations to make. School administrators, superintendents, principals, athletic directors, a very important part of our school systems. Oftentimes behind the scenes, but nevertheless lending support not only to the academic programs, but to the activity programs as well. As a result, the Iowa High School Athletic Association presents each year at our tournament Administrator Awards to those administrators who have lended their support to our activity programs over a long period of time. To present awards to our recipients this year, representing the Board of Control of the Iowa High School Athletic Association, 2 members of the Board of Control. Closest to me is Les Dalma, Superintendent of Schools at Rock Valley, and next to Mr. Dalma is Jerry Stillwell, the principal at Des Moines East. We have quite a number of school administrator awards. They're very deserving, as we mentioned, oftentimes behind the scenes, but doing a great job of supporting activity programs throughout our schools. So let's begin by introducing our first recipient, James Altwig, accompanied by his wife, Pat. Jack Anderson, accompanied by wife, Dolores. Paul Akins, accompanied by wife, Carol. Dr. Eugene Brady, accompanied by wife, Marilyn. Dick Breitbach, accompanied by his wife, Kitty. Dr. Robert Brooks, accompanied by his wife, Mary. Dr. Gary Curry, accompanied by wife, Linda. Daryl Detterman, accompanied by wife, Billy. Paul Furman, accompanied by wife, Deanne.
Russell Hilker, accompanied by wife Charlotte. Ken Colpin, accompanied by wife Pat. Charles Lorber, accompanied by wife Irma. Lou Lundy, accompanied by wife Dolores. Jerry McMullen, accompanied by wife Hetty. Bill Mulder, accompanied by wife Cheryl. Harold Oberman, accompanied by wife Juanita. Adrian Ringgold, accompanied by wife Berta. Eldon Rogstad, accompanied by wife Valborg. Harold Smith, accompanied by wife Joanne. Albert Sabatka, accompanied by wife Jan. Paul Vanderweel. Dean Van Bergen, accompanied by wife Julie. And Steve Waterman, accompanied by wife Carol. As we said many times, the athletes, the coaches get all the credit, but it takes behind the scenes people like these school administrators who are giving great support to those activity programs in many, many ways, and they deserve much credit too for the success of the programs in their schools. Another big hand for these school administrator award recipients. The Iowa High School Basketball Coaches Association annually at our tournament presents awards, and to represent the Basketball Coaches Association this evening, we have the president of that group, Al Marshall of Cascade Western Dubuque, and the executive secretary of that group, Don Logan of Van Horn. We have two Win Club recipients this year, two coaches who have gone over that 300 win mark as a high school coach. We'd like to introduce them to you at this time. Over 300 wins as a high school coach, Dick Breitbach, Cedar Rapids Regis, accompanied by his wife, Kitty. And Roger Thomas of Alta Aurelia, accompanied by his wife, Ruth. Quite a milestone for these two coaches, over 300 victories as a high school coach. Next up, it's always a pleasure to introduce the academic all-state team selected by the Iowa High School Basketball Coaches Association. We're going to give you a few examples of what it takes to be chosen to this elite group. We have 20 that have been honored this year. There were 100 nominees. Only 20 were chosen. Their ACT average is 30.1. Their GPA average 3.99. The group of 20 also averages 15 points per game as a basketball scorer. 8 of these 20 rank number 1 in their class academically, and 17 of the 20 are in the upper 5% of their class academically. Another great group of academic all-staters. And let's meet them right now. From Adair Casey, Wade Anderson. From Iowa Falls, Ben Armitage. From Al Burnett, Brandon Bowers. From South Tama, Eric Brazina. From West Des Moines Valley, Steve Craig. Nick Elwanger of Sioux City East is out of the country right now. He's represented by Coach Jeff Vanderloo. From Clear Lake, John Henley. From Eagle Grove, Josh Harrington. From Remsen Union, Ross Haberhals. From Manson, Northwest Webster, Andy Jepson. Kevin Campfee is not with us this evening. He's represented by assistant coach at Iowa City Regina, Joel Myers. From Washington, Matt Cruz. From Valley, CEW, Nick Larson. From Indianola, Jonathan Mitchell. From Rock Rapids, Central Lyon, Nick Nelson. From Carroll Kemper, Ken Nepple. From Cedar Rapids, Jefferson, Tim Schrader. From Columbus Junction, Columbus, Nick Simmons. From Southeast Polk Runnels, Tyler Smith. And from Algona, Jason Teeter. Now, how about another rousing cheer? These are the cream of the crop right here. How about a big hand for them? Thank you very much.
Well, of course, two champions have already been crowned in this boys state basketball tournament, and one of them crowned last night. North Polk and the Polk County Hy-Vee stores congratulate Alleman North Polk Comets on their win to become the 2A champions. Hy-Vee is proud to sponsor high school athletics. We'll be back at Veterans Auditorium in a moment after this pause for a station identification.
Watering offer from Subway. Buy a 6-inch Subway seafood and crab sub and get a second absolutely free. That's 2 6-inch Subway seafood and crab subs for the price of 1. You can't afford to let them pass.
Guess what? When you buy Frontier Grass Herbicide and Banville, you'll get cash back on both. Or buy Frontier and Clarity, cash back on both. Or buy Frontier and Marksman, you guessed it. It's called Cash Partners from Sandoz. Just buy Frontier and get $12 back when it's paired with Banville or Clarity, $2.50 with Marksman. That makes our Cash Partners rewards even bigger than before. Superior performance and more cash back. Why you'd pass up this deal is anyone's guess.
This 96 state tournament will be remembered for its tight ball games. It was that way starting on Monday. Certainly in the championship games it has been true. A 1-point and a 2-point game last night. A 2-point game in the 3A championship game. Algona 27 and Hull Western Christian 25. And Jim, I just can't believe how competitive and how tight this tournament's been.
Well, that's great, because what that's saying is that basketball statewide is good. There's not one area that dominates and you play and someone loses by 35 points. So the basketball continues to grow, continues to get better. The coaches are working harder, and it makes it, well, look at the arena tonight, practically full in here in Vets, and that's just a sign of respect for these teams and the hard work they put in.
Plenty of first half highlights in this ball game, and we'll pick it up first of all with the Algona Bulldogs, and their leading scorer was just honored academically at halftime. Jason Teeter makes an early presence.
A great tip in. It shows a tip in, but he came from all the way from the corner to tip that in. He ran to the offensive glass.
Hull Western Christian's Ribbons with a long three-pointer.
Hard to cover that in his zone defense when he's 2 steps behind the zone. Great shot.
One of the real stories, the defensive play of McCain Rasanke.
You know, we had him for 8 steals. Officially it's 4 steals, but the kid has just been, like I said, he's played 3 different spots on the floor and just been unbelievable on defense.
And again, Teeter just continued to pour it on offensively. He had a 14-point first half. As that time he buries the long one.
He's a triple threat. He can drive it or he can shoot it. When you think he's going to drive, he shoots it.
A true freshman, Sean DeStichter, steps on the floor and nails the first shot he takes.
A home run, first time in.
Very, very impressive. Inside, it's the work of Randy Ostra.
And I think you'll see he'll continue to work away inside. Their size is starting to be a factor on the boards, both offensively and defensively.
And the layup by McCain Rasanke. So lots of highlights. 2-point game at the half. Algona leads by 2. We'll be back with the start of the second half in just a moment.
My work days usually last about 14 hours. That makes things like banking a little harder for me. So yesterday during lunch when I was paying bills, I called the Norwest 24-hour Loan Express about a debt consolidation loan. They asked a few simple questions, called back in an hour with approval. And this morning I got this loan check in the mail. There's no easier way to get a loan.
Phone today, funds tomorrow.
At 1-800-2-WEST. When you shop any of the 63 Fairway stores, Iowa's most economical food store, you'll find the finest USDA choice beef cuts in their full-service meat department. Fairway also has a wonderful produce department with a wide variety of farm-fresh fruits and vegetables. And be sure to look for these specially priced products at your local Fairway store. Proud to bring you the Boys State Basketball Tournament games. You'll find everything you need at Fairway, Iowa's most economical food store.
It might not make a big difference to you that your Farm Bureau agent is one of the industry's best trained. Then again, maybe it will. You might not be impressed that your Farm Bureau agent is always looking for innovative insurance and financial solutions. Someday, you might be. And you might not think it's important to plan for your future with a preferred client review. But maybe you should.
Living beside you, working for you.
The 1996 Iowa Boys State High School Basketball Tournament is brought to you in part by Farm Bureau Insurance. Farm Bureau, living beside you, working for you. By Norwest 24-hour Loan Express. Need a loan? Dial 1-800-2-NORWEST. By Fairway, Iowa's most economical food store. By the Iowa Gambling Treatment Program. 1-800-BETS-OFF. And by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Iowa. You just can't beat the Blues.
A terrific crowd on hand here at Veterans Auditorium, and this the final night of high school basketball in the 95-96 campaign. Halftime of the 3A championship game, Algona 27 and Hull Western Christian 25. Larry Morgan and Jim Hallahan with the play-by-play story, and John Campbell joining us with his sideline reports. Consolation earlier today in 3A, Creston 95, Oskaloosa 82. Creston, a great performance from Kyle McCann with 37 points. But speaking of numbers, Jim, we got to take a look at the numbers in the first half of this ball game.
Well, both teams aren't shooting as well as they should. One's a 54% shooter, Algona, and Hull's 50% shooter. I think that'll pick up as soon as they quit turning the ball over. Look at the turnovers, 13-9. and the rebounds. Those are two stats that stick out at you. 16-9 in favor of Hull Western Christian. That has to be controlled. They have to get more rebounds, particularly offensive rebounds for Algona.
Now you see the Indians have enjoyed a balanced scoring attack, but Teeter's done the work for the Bulldogs.
The way it's been all year long for both teams. Hull Western Christian has about 10 guys that play a lot. Algona really depends on Teeter and one or two other guys to get their main scoring. And that's going to be a factor as that game gets late and players get a little tired. Hull Western Christian is going to be fresh.
Two teams with terrific records. Hull Western Christian 23-1, Algona 22-1, so no surprise at the caliber of player, the fact that the game is very tight. The Indians top-rated, the Algona Bulldogs third-rated by the Des Moines Register, number 5 by Associated Press. Really a good basketball game. We mentioned that Hull Western Christian making their 10th state tournament appearance. They've won championships in 85 and 91. Algona has been here 5 times. This is their 5th, but they've still not won a state title.
Well, I'll tell you what, you can't win them till you get here, and sometimes you have to go step by step. You're so excited about getting there the first time and getting farther the second time. Well, here they are now with that opportunity to win a championship.
For Algona, the starters back in to start the second half. Number 22 Rasanki, number 30 Teeter, 32 Heitman, 40 Gage, and 45 Renshaw. For Hull Western Christian, it's 5 Ribbons, 30 Van Essen, 32 Mulder, 34 Van Meteren, and number 44 Randy Ostra. As far as foul difficulties for Algona, 3 fouls called on Nate Gage, and for Hull Western Christian, 3 on Matt Van Essen. The Indians have the basketball to begin the third period.
Well, let's see if Hull has kind of solved the problem of the turnovers against the zone. Well, they get a great shot inside, good offensive, 2 more rebounds, and a putback.
Mulder on the putback to tie it up at 27. I really get the sense rebounding is going to determine the ball game.
Well, it would be a huge factor now if it wasn't for the turnovers. Something's got to give on all these turnovers, and that's when one team's going to make a move, when they quit turning the ball over.
This is McCain Rasanki. That is Brent Heichman. 44 Ben Renshaw. Teeter double pumps, fires and scores. 16 for Jason Teeter.
Hull played mostly 2-3 zone in the first half. They came out in the second half in a 1-3-1.
Ribbons. Nice execution inside to get Mulder an easy shot.
Nice strong move inside.
That's 10 now for Nathan Mulder. The ball game is even at 29. In the first half, 5 ties and 6 lead changes. 2 early ties to start the second half.
One thing Hull did that time on offense is they went out and set a pick on Rasanki to keep him from going all over the floor and making a steal. That may be the adjustment they used in the second half.
Teeter takes it right to the glass, and like all great scorers, Jimmy scores a number of different ways.
He's scoring everywhere.
It's a 2-point lead for Algona.
What's amazing in this tournament is the number of guys who are 6'4", 6'5", that have great offensive skills and ball handling skills too.
Mulder's shot is long, and a big rebound is taken down by the Bulldogs. Claiming the rebound was Brent Heitman.
A little trappy now, that 1-3-1 in the corners.
That leaves Gage open.
You have to be aggressive on that trap because you're leaving one guy open when you got 2 guys trapping the ball.
In the middle of the floor, it's Renshaw. Knocked away by Gage, trying to save it. Heichman couldn't do it, but he made a great effort going into the Hull Western Christian bench where Jim Ekoff is seated. What a great record he has. 257 victories and only 65 losses. And Dave Rasanki, third-year head coach for Algona, longtime coach in the junior high ranks. He reluctantly took the head coaching job a couple of years ago in September of '93 because he never really wanted to be a head coach.
Well, one thing he's instilled in his son is to be aggressive, because he is an aggressive ball player out there.
And the ball will stay in the hands of the Indians. It's a good look at McCain Rasanki, the coach's son, who's had a terrific defensive first half. Brenneman quickly into the ball game, stumbles as he tries to move, and is called for the walk. Neil Brenneman on the turnover, and the ball goes back to Algona. The Bulldogs with a 4-point run.
And another turnover.
Renshaw and Heitman along the perimeter. Teeter loses inside to Michael Ribbons. The three by Mulder. Mulder has all 7 for the Indians in the third quarter. And it's a 1-point ball game. Teeter against the double team. And it's saved by Heitman.
I think since Teeter plays in the corner so much, they decide they'd trap that corner pass, take his aggressiveness away from him and make him give the ball up.
With the foul, Neil Bredeman. Lasanki tries to drive the lane. Bredeman with the foul. It's his second. 4.5 minutes left to go in the third period. There's a three buried there by Nathan Mulder. And there's the foul. Bredeman going for the block.
It's amazing how both zones are causing so much havoc with the other team's offense. Very, very active in their zone defense.
McCain Rasanki, unique first name. His dad got it from a Louis L'Amour Western novel. And it's interesting because a reporter asked McCain where that first name came from. His mother teaches English. He said he thought it was from Hamlet or something. And his dad had to straighten him out. Said, no, no, no. That's not it. Algona with a 34-32 advantage.
Almost another steal.
Out front, it's Van Essen.
I'm impressed with Algona's defense. They give you a lot of different looks. You just can't get comfortable in there. They're trapping the ball when it goes inside low.
But there is a big foul because it's against Nate Gage. And that will be his fourth. Correct it. Make it on Teeter. It's his second foul. So had it been Gage, it would have been real problems for the Bulldogs. He's got 3, and now Teeter picks up his second. Ribbons inbound, 4:06 to go in the third period. Algona with a 2-point lead. But for the lead, it's Mulder for 3 for Western Christian. He's got them all, Jim. All 10 for the Indians in this period.
See, that's the thing about a team that plays a lot of guys. Any one of them can beat you on a given night.
3:57 to go in the third. There's a timeout on the floor now. Here's a word from your local station.
Spring, 93. Normal rainfall. Frontier outperforms Dual 2. 94. Dry. Frontier outperforms Dual 2. 95. Wet. Frontier outperforms Dual 2. Frontier's chemistry activates with less moisture and stays in the weed zone better when it's wet. For safe, season-long grass control. Wet, dry, or average. If you've been using Dual 2, you can do better. Frontier.
I like a vehicle that gives me that feeling of something extra, an edge. So I chose Chevy Blazer. Smooth ride, handles great, and it's loaded with safety features. Airbags, anti-lock brakes, 4-wheel drive. Now, there's a great selection of new Blazers at a special lease rate. Just $299 a month for 30 months. And Chevy trucks are the most dependable, longest-lasting trucks on the road. Secure, affordable, dependable. Chevy Blazer is my edge, and it's sharp. See one of your 50 Central Iowa Chevy dealers.
The game has gone back and forth. It's been tied up 7 times. 4 points, the biggest lead that either team has enjoyed. Right now, it's Hull Western Christian leading. As you saw, Mulder bury a 3. He's got all 10 for the Indians in the third quarter.
Boy, and it wasn't amazing. He's wide open on that play, too. Out of bounds play goes to him. He's wide open.
Rasanki dishes to Gage, who gets fouled.
I'll guarantee you in that timeout, the coach says, find Mulder a little earlier.
Absolutely. With the foul, Mulder, that is his first foul, and it sends Nate Gage to the line. Gage headed for St. Cloud State in Minnesota to play football next season after an outstanding football career at Algona. He was third-team all-conference. Coach Dave Rasanki calls Nate Gage kind of an unsung hero. He says he does a lot of things that don't show up, including usually guards the biggest opponent, but at only 6'4" gives away some inches.
He's a big 6'4", and you got to have guys to negate other people's height. Without him, they'd really struggle, particularly in their zone defense.
And the game is tied up for the 8th time. The steal by guess who? Algona and Brightman. Heitman with the steal, and he scores. Kasaki be getting most of them. Heitman picked that one off, but the fact is the Bulldogs continue to play the passing lanes and come up with the steals.
Right, they deflected the ball, allowed him to make that steal. Playing the passing lanes. You know, Larry, they're going to have to get some penetration against that zone. It's so far out, or they're going to have to hit the long three-pointers.
And Matt Van Essen did. Van Essen with a big three, his first bucket of the game, but it puts the Indians back into the lead. Now for the Bulldogs, Teeter looking inside. Offensive rebound by Gage, slapped away by Mulder, but he got a foul. And a piece of the arm of Gage as well. Algona with 3 team fouls. Hull Western Christian now with 4.
There's a three-pointer, and they're really having difficulty on ball reversal. That time they got away with a cross-court pass. They're going to have to penetrate and then pitch it a little bit to break down the zone.
Down the lane comes Gage to score, and he will go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
Now that looked like a tight end there, didn't it?
Yeah, it really did. Yeah, he just crashed in there. With the foul is Neil Brenneman, his third.
Strong move inside by Gage.
A 5-point third quarter and a 9-point game for Nate Gage, right at his average.
1 minute, play 1.
I think we're going to see more out of Nate Gage tonight. He's really playing very aggressive on both ends.
Gage in double figures. And Algona has a 2-point lead at 40-38. 2:45. And counting in the third quarter, the 3A championship game. And this foul spotted on Algona. And it will be called against Gage. I tried to give him his 4th foul a moment ago, and the officials gave it to him that time.
That's too bad, because he was just very aggressive on that play and ended up falling into another player going for the loose ball. It's a deflection, which makes it a loose ball. I never liked that call. A deflected ball is a free ball. If there's contact, I think there should just be contact and let it go.
So Dave Rasaki has put Nick Madsen in to take the place of Gage. The lob inside, the shot won't go, and a foul's called. And it's going to be an offensive foul against Randy Ostra. Ostra got caught trying to create some space. His second foul. For Western Christian, that will be their 5th team foul. And the ball goes back to Algona with a 2-point lead at 40-38.
Man-to-man defense now.
And over the man defense, the miss by Ostra. And here comes all Western Christian. Rather the miss, I should say, by Renshaw. From the corner, it's buried by Mulder. What a quarter. 19 from Mulder. And 16 of them, or make it 14 of them in this quarter. Heitman trapped. And another steal, this time, though, by Hull Western Christian. Stolen right back, though. Renshaw leads the charge for the Bulldogs. Teeter gets his man into the air, and then a foul's called, and Teeter will go to the line, where Mulder, he is a good free throw shooter.
Mulder went down hard at the other end and got down here a little late. I think he's okay, though.
Ostra's 3rd foul.
That was a great defensive effort the last time by Hull Western Christian. They played some man-to-man and trapped out of it, and the turnover just appeared. Very aggressive.
Teeter had hit his first 3 prior to that miss.
Larry, as you watch this game, you get the feeling that Hull Western Christian's in control, and you look at the scoreboard, and they're only 1 point ahead.
Yeah, I have the same thought. I know what you mean. And right now, the game is tied at 41 on the free throw by Teeter.
Perimeter passes. That's where they're having their problem.
Mulder's had the hot hand, so once again they get the ball in his hands, but this time the Bulldogs identify him. Down the lane comes the freshman to Stickler. Trying to put it up inside is Van Mahan.
Boy, they got the ball right where they wanted underneath the basket on penetration by the point guard, but missed a lay-in.
And so now Algona tries to take the lead in the final minute of the period. Rasaki is fouled. Adam Van Meteren tried to make another call. He tried to say travel, but the official said, no, I'm pointing at you. Number 34 has his first foul.
Good hands there. That's by the freshman, too, wasn't it?
Yeah. 16 fouls now called against the Indians, just 2 against Algona. Right in the middle, the shot's put down by Nick Madsen. Good pass by Teeter to get Madsen the open shot.
Oh, another play by Teeter.
Teeter stepping up big at both ends, and that's no surprise. Takes it right to the hole, scores. Don't count it, though.
Nope, he charged. You could see it coming. The defensive player got set. Teeter turned on the steam, anticipated a block shot, and he took the charge on him. See, that's a shot blocker for you again. He set it up by being a shot blocker, but draws the charge instead. Big play.
And so now with 35 seconds to go in this third quarter, Hull Western Christian down by 2 with the basketball. That's Mulders had the hot hand. They may want to close the quarter with the ball in his hands.
The amazing thing is how Algona plays so wide in their zone, but when the ball goes inside, they all collapse inside and get their hands on the ball.
The Stickler, the freshman guard with it. That's Van Essen.
5 seconds.
Van Essen will take the shot. Rebound is claimed by Algona, and 3 periods have been complete, and just like the first 2 championship games in this tournament, this ball game looks like it's headed for a final minute conclusion. That's the end of the third quarter with the score. Algona 43 and Hull Western Christian 41. We'll be back after this word from your local station.
Clarity to control, clarity to control, clarity to control, broadleaf and corn, section forward. Control to clarity, engage.
No other herbicide battles broadleaf weeds like Clarity. It attacks at multiple sites so weeds can't build up a resistance.
Clarity to control, red alert. We have a resistant copper burn.
No problem. I register no more broadleaves.
All resistance has been crushed.
Clarity, a higher standard of broadleaf control.
A journey of 1,000 miles.
Last year, Katie Morgan worked 3 jobs to pay her college tuition. Now she's able to study full-time.
A penny saved?
At her first college, Jenny Anderson had lots of questions. Now she's getting lots of answers.
A friend in need?
A year ago, Scott Wall worked at odd jobs. This year, he's learning how odd things work.
If at first you don't succeed.
Last year, these 3 people all took the first step. Now it's your turn. Call Des Moines Area Community College today.
A step in the right direction.
At Manufacturer's Furniture Showroom, all the furniture you buy today could be free forever. This is Sid Hoffman with a spectacular announcement. If it rains as little as 1 inch on Easter, all the sale price furniture you buy today is absolutely free. If it rains 1 inch or more between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. Easter, everything you buy before 9 p.m. Monday, April 1st costs you nothing. It's guaranteed. Register for free prizes. Grab your umbrellas. If it rains, your super deal is free from Manufacturer's Furniture Showroom.
14 lead changes, 9 ties between Hull Western Christian and Algona as we go to the 4th period. 43-41, Algona leading Hull Western Christian.
18 turnovers for Hull. That's why the score's the way it is right now.
Teeter 19 points for Algona, Mulder 19 points for Western Christian. These 2 teams with only 1 loss apiece. Teeter has a block by Ostra.
Ooh, that's tough to block an outside jump shot, especially one by Teeter.
Coach says the amazing thing about his blocks, he normally catches the shots he blocks.
That's right, that ball stayed in play. Oh, offensive charge.
With the foul, McCain-Lasanke.
That's the second time he's gone behind his back on a pass. The first one resulted in a turnover in the fast break in the first half that could have been a basket. That one resulted in a charge. You really don't want that. You don't want that behind the back pass in traffic.
Algona's 4th team foul. Western Christian has 6, and so they'll be in the penalty on the next.
There's a long pass again. They're going to have to penetrate in against that zone.
And Ribbon's pass does get the penetration, and a holdout's going to be spotted on Nick Madsen.
Almost every time they've gone inside, something good has happened for Hull.
First foul called on Madsen. He's in the lineup for Nate Gage, who's got 4 fouls.
Hey, right here.
Ribbons brings it outside to Ostra. Mulder has it taken from him by Rasanki.
Another steal.
Heitman has it blocked. Mulder with a hand on it.
Hey, here we go. Another steal. That's the 19th turnover. A great recovery and a block shot on it, though.
Back to live action. Teeter on the miss. Ribbons on the rebound. For the lead. That three, not good. Rasanki comes out with it. And is called for traveling.
Good call. Good call. Just lost control, fell down, rolled over, went too far on his back.
Ribbons will inbound as in for Western Christian, Neil Brenneman. Brenneman, a very strong physical presence in the middle for the Indians.
Rosinski out there at midcourt, putting pressure on the ball, then drops off into passing lane, just keeps him off balance the whole time.
And away from the ball, foul spotted.
5-0.
Madsen picks up his second foul. But most importantly, it puts Algona at 6, and now both teams at 16 fouls, and either team into the bonus on the next. With 4 fouls, Nate Gage will now come back in with 6:21 to play for Algona.
As long as he plays smart, he should be able to stay in. He's playing his zone. He's in the middle of the zone. All he has to do is block out and rebound the basketball.
Then Maturin on the miss. Brenneman on the rebound.
Boy, he's a big, strong kid.
That's the first point by either ball club in this fourth quarter. It took almost 2 minutes to get somebody on the board in the fourth quarter. Game tied up for the 10th time. The deflection by Van Essen, but the recovery by Renshaw.
Another trap in the corner.
Oh, nice move by Teeter for his 21st point.
When you trap in a corner, you have to front the low post or you're going to get killed on it every time. They were able to get the ball to Teeter on the low post unguarded.
Algona back into the lead. The lob inside for Van Meteren. Back outside, it goes to Mulder, and the rebound is snared by Renshaw. And Algona wants a timeout with 5 minutes and 17 seconds left in regulation. There's a timeout. We'll be back in a moment.
The big news about Blue Ribbon Beef is the money-back guarantee. So when you choose Blue Ribbon Beef,
you get the best quality. It's aged for tenderness. It's leaner. It's guaranteed.
If you're not happy,
Consistently happy, I'll give you your money back with a smile.
I know my business. I've got 15 years of experience.
21 years.
35 years of experience.
Only the best gets a blue ribbon, and I'll put my name on it.
Blue Ribbon Beef. Let's better be. You be the judge. Only at Hy-Vee.
I thought I could stop gambling any time, but I was wrong. My wife Kay stuck with me through the worst of it, and our kids, well, I broke lots of promises. And then Kay called 1-800-BETS-OFF, and to save our marriage, I went, and I did stop gambling. But I needed help to do it. Thank God Kay cared enough to make that phone call. If you love someone who can't help themselves, you help them. You're the best chance they've got. Call 1-800-BETS-OFF.
5:17 left in the championship game. Larry Morgan and Jim Hallahan at Veterans Auditorium. Turnovers have really been a factor today.
Think about it. 21 turnovers for Hull. They've got 43 points. If they only turn the ball over 8 or 10 times, that's 10 more possessions, another possible 20 points.
Those are part of our Norwest key stats. The shooting percentage the other. Algona doing a terrific job shooting the basketball.
That's exactly what they shot for the year, 54%.
That's offsetting that Hull size advantage and their rebound edge. In deep to score for Algona.
Great shot inside by the little guy.
Rasanki, and it's a 4-point lead for Algona with 5 minutes to play. Remember, Algona has never won a state championship. But they haven't been here since '73. All Western Christian has been here 10 times since '81. They've won it twice, in '85 and in '91. The pickoff by Renshaw. There's number 22 for Hull Western Christian.
Outstanding defense by Algona. Just outstanding. They're all over everywhere and everyone.
You know, we talked about it last night, that cliche, the defense wins championships. In this tournament, that's really been true.
No question about it. The scores get lower and the defense gets better.
Heitman to the lane. Sees lots of maroon shirts, so he gets out of there quickly.
Good idea.
Heitman trying to shake Mulder.
Real good ball movement by Algona right now. Great pass inside.
Oh, it was a great look. Teeter's look to get.
The president and his wife built Dolly, Howard, Magnet to save the decoration.
Back in a moment.
Appendix. And a portrait of George Washington turning the X tape.
Buddy, that was wonderful. That's just great. And you know, the great thing about it is he does it with expression.
He does. And vegetables. And be sure to look for these specially priced products at your local Fairway store. Proud to bring you the Boys State Basketball Tournament games. You'll find everything you need at Fairway, Iowa's most economical food store.
My work days usually last about 14 hours. That makes things like banking a little harder for me. So yesterday during lunch when I was paying bills, I called the Norwest 24-hour Loan Express about a debt consolidation loan. They asked a few simple questions, called back in an hour with approval. And this morning I got this loan check in the mail. There's no easier way to get a loan.
Phone today, funds tomorrow.
At 1-800-2-WEST.
Algona has scored 6 unanswered points. They take their biggest lead on this bucket right here.
Great job by Teeter, catching the ball, facing up, looking for the cutter, getting inside, never put the ball on the floor.
Algona 20 points off the turnovers they've been able to capture. Hull only 7 points off turnovers. Algona has their biggest lead as Hull Western Christian on the attack with 3:45 to play in regulation.
Algona's also shooting almost 80% the second half, 8 for 11.
Van Essen covered by Heitman, now Ribbons. Mulder on the miss, and the rebound is taken down by Renshaw. Those longer shots yielding some long rebounds, which is helping the shorter Bulldogs.
Right, Mulder made those shots in the third quarter, and now he's not been able to get one down here for a while. Good cutting offense by Algona.
Almost a steal by Ribbons. It is a steal by Ribbons. Well, maybe. What a great effort by Heitman to get it back for Algona.
Outstanding. There's an example of giving yourself up, diving on the floor, a sure basket for the other team, but no, don't concede anything. There's the ball. No. Unbelievable play.
Oh, that's amazing.
That wins states. That's what wins state championship. That's what you have to do. Play hard every possession.
Red Heitman, the 6-foot senior, his dad's the football coach in Algona, so he knows something about aggressive play. And boy, they don't come any more aggressive than that play.
Sure don't.
Now Algona turnover. We'll give the basketball back to Hull Western Christian. Exactly 3 to go. A 6-point lead for Algona as Ribbons tries to penetrate. Good look inside to Ostra. And Ostra will go to the line with a foul called on Heitman.
Both perimeter players that time for Hull penetrated before they tried to make the pass. Therefore, they got the ball inside and got fouled. They didn't try to throw the ball around the zone defense.
Ostra has not missed a free throw. He is 4 for 4. That ends the 6-point Bulldog run. And Randy Ostra calmly sinks them both to make it a 4-point Algona lead.
You notice they have Teeter take the ball out against the press so he can get back in and handle it and makes a big pass down court that leads to the lay-in.
Gage with his 14th point. Once again, the Algona lead grows to 6. Mulder.
There he is. Got his touchback.
He had 13 third-quarter points. That's his first here in the fourth period. 21 for the ball game.
Never pick up that dribble as you cross midcourt, Larry. You always get into trouble on that.
Open is Van Essen.
Big rebound.
Gage pulls it down. Ahead is Rasanke.
Nice pass.
No, fine.
And Rasanke is fouled by Ribbons.
You could see that coming. Rozanski saw the defender coming down, drew him to him, and now dumps it off. Very unselfish play right here. Very nice. Actually, you don't want that foul. You'd rather have the basket.
And so the only non-senior starter for Algona will go to the line, but first a timeout with 2:10 to play, and we'll be back in a moment.
When you shop any of the 63 Fairway stores, Iowa's most economical food store, you'll find the finest USDA choice beef cuts in their full-service meat department. Fairway also has a wonderful produce department with a wide variety of farm-fresh fruits and vegetables. And be sure to look for these specially priced products at your local Fairway store. Proud to bring you the Boys State Basketball Tournament games. You'll find everything you need at Fairway, Iowa's most economical food store.
Larry Morgan, Jim Hallahan, John Campbell, and our statistician Dick McDonald back at Veterans Auditorium with Algona leading Hull Western Christian 51-47. 2:10 to go. Rozanski on the free throw line for the Bulldogs.
Boy, they needed that basket by Mulder a minute ago, and he's a 58% shooter, so even though he had missed a couple, it was good to see him turn and face up and make that last shot for them. Kept him in the ball game.
Bulldogs' biggest lead has been 6. It will be that way again if Rozanski hits his second free throw.
He may be the only junior on that team, but I'll tell you what, next year when they come back, he'll set the standard for hard play. They'll be fine as long as he's leading that team.
With the rebound, Ostra. It's a 5-point ball game. Foul call on McCain Rozanski. Both teams are in the bonus. Field goal shooting in the ball game. Algona at 77%. Hull Western Christian at 44%. They're hanging in it because they're getting more shots because of their rebounding ability.
Exactly. But that's just great shooting in a championship game. Second half, almost 77%.
When you go against a team that is physically as much bigger as Western Christian is than Algona, I guess you have to have that kind of shooting, don't you?
You have to have that kind of shooting. You have to create turnovers. They've done both things. They put themselves in a position to win this game.
But Ribbons 2 free throws makes it a 3-point lead for Algona. The Bulldogs on the attack as we go under 2 minutes.
Bulldogs back into a half-court trap now, 1-3-1. They came out of their man-to-man. The last couple times, Algona handled this pretty well and got the ball inside. This time they turn it over with Teeter.
Ostra picks it up for Hull Western Christian. They're down by 3, a minute 40 to go.
Start looking for Mulder on this play.
Mulder's number 32. He has had the hottest hand. Ribbons trying to break down Rozanski. The shot taken by Van Essen. And Rozanski travels trying to come out of there with it.
Big block by Teeter, and it looked like a turnover. It's one of those bobbled travels.
Hey, here we go.
Big block.
Yeah, it took a little too long to get it off and didn't see the travel. Great pressure on the ball. Every time a man on the perimeter gets the ball, he's under pressure.
Mulder will go to the free throw line. Gage has fouled out. Nate Gage picking up his 5th foul with a minute 13 to play. But I tell you what, he came in with 4 fouls, and he gave Algona 3 or 4 quality minutes before he fouled out.
He just played an outstanding basketball game. He battled the big guys from Hull Western Christian.
He leaves with 14 points, a minute and 13 seconds to go. Nate Gage, outstanding football player for Algona. Big night on the basketball floor here in this 3A championship game.
That could be a factor, though, because if Western does miss their shots, they have a better chance at offensive rebounds with Gage out of there.
Mulder, not a good free throw shooter, but a great free throw shooter at 81%.
81% from the free throw line, 58% from the field. That's just awesome shooting.
If he hits this one, it's a 1-point lead for Algona. And it's that. 52 Algona, 51 Western Christian.
Great form on that shot, too. Very little chance for error in that free throw. Back to the 1-3-1 half-court trap now. Algona must stay aggressive. They get the ball to high post.
Madsen in for Gage. He's number 50. Both teams have 2 timeouts as we're in the final minute of regulation. Teeter doing a good job getting it back outside after they collapsed upon him.
Under a minute to go now.
And the turnover will give Hull Western Christian a chance to take the lead.
Yeah, Van Meteren did a nice job of getting his hands up high and forced a long high pass which went over Teeter's head.
So now Hull Western Christian down by 1. Final minute of regulation. In the middle, it's the guy with the hot hand, Mulder. Ostra comes up with a rebound, and he will go to the free throw line. Foul called on Teeter. 30 seconds to play. Interesting that neither coach has used a timeout here in this last couple of minutes. They are putting faith in the players on the floor, letting them get the job done.
They're either doing that or they're so perplexed they can't figure out what to do to solve all this problem. There's so much pressure defense out there. Just great defense on both teams.
Now, Ostra is a 65% free throw shooter who has not missed one tonight.
That was the big one right there. That ties the ball game up.
He is 7 out of 7 at the free throw line. Now the timeout will be used by Algona. Dave Rasanke and Jim Ekoff planning their last-minute strategy. We're going to keep it right here. 30 seconds to go in regulation. One more free throw for Hull Western Christian. So there are a whole bunch of eventualities the coaches will have to be covering here.
Well, here's the difference now. Hull's been trailing the whole game. They've been very aggressive on defense. Now if they take the lead, are they going to come back and be that aggressive again, or will they think they got to back off and not foul and give Algona a chance for a good shot?
Let's go into Dave Rasanke's huddle.
2 baseline guys wide, so you can go over the top, and then you converge in the middle.
Okay.
You want to spread it out.
Okay. We'll do the 1-2-2 if they score.
High extended.
Okay. High extended, double high extended, and look to the baseline.
If he doesn't score, one shot.
If he doesn't score, we'll call a quick timeout. Okay.
No, we don't have any more timeout.
If he doesn't score, you've got to back your butt into him. Don't step right in.
That's right.
Okay. 1-2-2 when we come down. But not
out.
But
high and out.
Okay, here we go.
High and out. Let's go. Go. Put the smile on your heart, because here we go, boys.
Well, there was a 1-2-2. He wants to spread it out. He wants to take advantage of their quickness and try to create a penetration.
Ostra's first free throw has tied the score at 52. He's got one more left, 30 seconds to go in regulation. The possession arrow points to Hull Western Christian. Algona with 1 timeout left. The Indians with 2 timeouts left.
What you don't know if you're Algona is if Hull takes the lead, what defense will they be in? If you want to go to your spread and they go to a zone, it's not going to work. Your kids have to make a mental adjustment pretty quickly, or you have to call another timeout. So many things can change with just this one free throw right here.
And again, Randy Ostra, a 65% free throw shooter, is perfect tonight. 7 of 7. There is the reset. And again, the Indians have the possession arrow. They have 2 timeouts. Algona has 1.
Okay, 1 minute.
Well, we had a 1-point and a 2-point championship game last night. We've not had an overtime championship game yet.
You may have said the magic word. Man, he made it again. That's pressure.
53-52, Western Christian.
Well, they're going to get to do what they want, the 1-2-2 spread. Hull's in a man-to-man.
Watch number 30, Teeter. He has been their leading scorer.
Near steal.
The penetration, the drive, and the miss by Heichman. And a big rebound taken down.
They got a foul.
Van Essen with that rebound. There's the foul, but it comes with only 1.3 seconds left. And Van Essen can put it away at the free throw line. Or could virtually put it away. There's still the chance for that miracle length of the floor toss.
Algona's got 1 timeout left.
And the timeout will be taken with 1.3 seconds to play. Matt Van Essen is a 77% free throw shooter. But at this point, Jim, I'm not so sure how much of the issue is whether he makes it or not with 1.3 seconds
Actually,
to play.
sometimes if you miss the free throw, it's better because the ball gets put into play. The clock starts. If you make it, the clock doesn't start until the ball is touched inbounds. So sometimes if you miss it, they don't have a chance to put anything for the 90-foot shot. If they make a shot, you get the ball out of bounds, you can throw it to midcourt, call a timeout, get the ball and play for a quick shot. So, either way, it's certainly in the advantage of Whole Western Christian right now.
Let's check in on Algona's huddle.
You got to make sure that we get the rebound, though. You go down the floor. If you get it, just throw the sucker down the floor.
Keep your heads up, John.
I think I probably could have called that one too, Jim.
Right, just you got to get it down there.
Just throw the sucker down the floor. That's what you got to do at this point with 1.3 seconds to go in the ball game. That may be a little prayer, huh?
Well, one thing they're doing a good job, Holt, is they don't have anybody down there in those lanes. No possible way to get a foul here. That's the worst thing that could happen is try to get a missed free throw and go over the back and get a foul.
In the semifinals, Whole Western Christian won on a buzzer beater, 62-60. And Janikoff was saying anytime his team has had a close game at state, they had not won it until the semifinals. Well, things are about to turn around for them.
I think he missed that one on purpose.
And the toss by Teeter is short, and Whole Western Christian wins the 3A championship.
Another great game, another great state championship game.
With a perfect night at the free throw line. His last two put the game in the victory column for Western Christian. They win their third state championship. That's the end of the game with the score: Whole Western Christian 53, Algona 52. And we'll be back at Veterans Auditorium in just a moment.
Life is full of choices. Like yesterday, I couldn't decide whether to meet friends for lunch or stop at the bank and talk about a loan for this new computer. Then I realized I could call Norwest 24-hour Loan Express before lunch. They asked a few simple questions, call me back after lunch with approval. Today, I got this loan check in the mail. There's no easier way to get a loan and enjoy lunch with your friends.
Phone today, funds tomorrow.
At 1-800-2-WEST.
When you shop any of the 63 Fairway stores, Iowa's most economical food store, you'll find the finest USDA choice beef cuts in their full-service meat department. Fairway also has a wonderful produce department with a wide variety of farm-fresh fruits and vegetables. And be sure to look for these specially priced products at your local Fairway store. Proud to bring you the Boys State Basketball Tournament games. You'll find everything you need at Fairway, Iowa's most economical food store.
To the floor at the barn, and here's Mo Kelly.
Ladies and gentlemen, could we have your attention? Ladies and gentlemen, to present trophies to these two top teams, Class 3A, 1995-96 basketball season, three members of the Board of Control of the Iowa High School Athletic Association, Les Dalma, Superintendent of Schools, Rock Valley. In the center is Robert Nielsen, Superintendent of Schools, Westside Arweva. And next to Mr. Nielsen, Chuck Van Heck, the current chairperson of the board, the athletic director at Muscatine. When the basketball season started in Class 3A, 64 teams had a dream. 8 of them fulfilled that dream by reaching the state tournament. 2 of them went even a step further and reached the championship game this season. And they put on a tremendous show for us here tonight. Don't you agree? We have a trophy for the team, medals for the coaches and the cheerleaders as well. If they'd come forward for their runner-up trophy, first time in the state tournament in 23 years. What a showing they made, the Algona Bulldogs and Coach Dave Rasanke. What a remarkable record our champions have. 10 times in the tournament, 10 times in the Final Four, and now in this 1996 championship game, they are the state champions, Hall Western Christian and Coach Jim Ecoff. The Sportsmanship Award is presented by the Iowa High School Athletic Association, the Iowa...
Nathan Mulder, Hall Western Christian. And the captain of this year's 3A All-Tournament team, Jason Teeter of Algona.
Jim, we've just witnessed an amazing basketball game because in this ball game there were 11 ties, there were 16 lead changes, and the champs led only once in the fourth quarter, and that was at 53-52 when Randy Ostrup put in those 2 free throws.
You know, he came in as a shot blocker, as the rebounder, but he left as a free throw shooter because he made them all.
And what a great celebration for a guy who has brought his team here so many times, Jim Ecoff, and had lost some heartbreakers here, had lost some close games here, but now he has his 3rd state championship.
Well, there's nothing sweeter than struggling the whole game, making mistakes, turning the ball over, hanging in there, and coming back and winning at the end.
And there his Indians celebrate. One of the things you'll appreciate about Jim Ecoff, he loves coaching. He loves the fact that there are a lot of people that he has coached who've now become coaches in this state.
I think that's a sign of a great coach. Kids grow up, they play for that coach, they respect him, they take the values that he taught them, and they want to be like him, and they become coaches, which is so important to have those kind of people out there working with our kids.
2 of his former players are now his assistants, and plus, as we say, a number of people around the state got their start under Jim Ecoff. So, Hall Western Christian wins the 3A championship, beating Algona on those last-minute free throws, last-second free throws, by a score of 53-52. We'll be back at Veterans Auditorium in just a moment. The 3A championship with a 1-point victory. Let's go down to John Campbell.
Thank you very much, Larry, and we have with us the new 3A state champions and the coach, Jim Ecoff. Jim, congratulations. What did you think about this game and your team's performance?
Well, I'm just so proud of the way the kids came back. The second game that they had to come from behind, just played a great defensive second half. Nathan Mulder just kind of put us on his back and carried us home.
That third quarter of his was something else.
Nate was not feeling very happy about the way he played the first half, and he came out and just did a fantastic job.
I thought Algona's defense was tremendous, too.
Algona has a fabulous basketball team, tremendous crowd and community. They should be so proud of their team. I knew they were going to get the sportsmanship with the support they had all week, and tremendous players. I really feel for them. Great team.
Okay, Jim, thank you. Let's bring some players in. We'll talk to number 32, Nate Mulder, right off the bat. Nate, congratulations on this championship. Nate, talk about that third quarter you had.
Well, at halftime, I wasn't feeling too good about the way I played in the first half, so I just came out and I thought I'd try a little harder.
And their defense was pretty tough.
Yeah, they were sticky. They covered you like a blanket.
Congratulations. We'll move down the line a little bit here. We have number 55. What's your name?
Neil Brenneman.
Neil, what did you think about this whole thing tonight?
It's awesome. It's awesome.
Okay, Michael Ribbons, right? Mike, talk about the game. You got down 6 there in the final quarter. What was happening?
We weren't running our offense very good, but then we stepped it up and we started to win, I guess. I don't know.
Okay, we want to move over here and talk to Adam Van Meter. And Adam, nice piece of hardware you have here.
Oh, this thing's a heavy thing, and it's going to go with all of our other ones we have on too right now. There's many of them.
Is this something you guys thought about and talked about even way last summer?
Yep. We've been shooting for this since all summer long. Last year was a disappointing season. This is our main and only goal this year, and we accomplished it. Dream come true.
Okay, I want to bring number 44 in here. Come on in here, Randy. You reminded me a little bit of Russ Millard there being on the line at the end of the ball game. How was it for you?
It felt good. That's why I've always wanted to do that, and I finally made them this time.
Is this a hard place to play?
Yeah, it was difficult. Bigger area, no room behind, or a lot of room behind the basket. Hard to shoot on.
Congratulations to you and all your teammates.
Thank you.
Okay, congratulations to Hull Western Christian, the state 3A champions. Larry, back to you.
John, quite a victory by the Indians tonight as they complete a season at 24-1. Algona loses only twice, 22-2, but Hull Western Christian, the 3A champs. We'll be back in a moment after this pause for station identification. Time to check out the excitement on the floor with Fairway's Fan in the Stand, brought to you by Fairway, Iowa's most economical food store. Let's go to John Campbell in the stands.
And we're here with Joel Moulter. Does that name sound familiar? His brother Nate just played a big role for Hull Western Christian. You played several years ago. What's it like coming back and watching your brother?
It's really great. I came up a little short in my years, and it's just nice to see him come out on top.
He had quite a third quarter.
Yeah, he pretty much took him on his back and said, "Follow me." So that's really great for him.
But I suppose you can still take him in the driveway.
Well, I'll have to see once now after this game.
Joel, thank you very much. We want to give you this bag from Fairway and Gatorade.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Larry.
Is over. In Hull, Iowa, there was one order of business left to take care of. Western Christian fans said congratulations to the Indians for their 3A state championship. Western clipped Algona 53-52 on Saturday night for their third state title in the past 12 years. Now, after being #1 for much of the season, the Indians are glad it's all over, and they were #1 when it counted.
Having gone down there many times before and never really winning the close game there. We've won a lot of games that have been lopsided, and we've lost some heartbreakers, but winning those close ones made it a little probably extra special for everybody.
It proves that hard work actually does help you out a lot. So, yeah, it feels great to be #1.
We came close in those last few seconds, and usually we aren't very lucky in those last few seconds, but this state tournament was a very lucky one for us to win.
It's a good feeling to have it all over us, and just knowing that we did win because we worked hard all summer, all winter just to do this, and it just feels so good.
And a did you know from Coach Ecoff today, 3 of the state champions, Western Christian, Rock Valley, and Mason City, all lie on Highway 18 in Iowa.